So dudes, welcome back to another Wire Wrestling video. Yes, same shirt as last video because this is filmed on the same freaking day because WrestleMania night 1 just finished. WrestleMania, bro, freaking night 1, dude. Our expectations going to this WrestleMania, it's at an all-time low because of all the freaking bullcrap that's happened, of how many of these matches were coming out. And what I gotta say about night 1, at least like a little TLDR, is I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would give it like possibly a 7 out of 10. Like for real, solid, above average. I had fun with it. There was things that I didn't like. There was a handful of things that I liked. So let's run through it really quickly because I obviously want to post this before night 2 happens. And also my last video is extremely outdated with that title because of what happened at the main event, which shocked me. I was not expecting that at all. But anyways, we start with the 2 matches on ESPN2. The Vision and Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight. First thing gotta say is the Usos have changed their theme again. They are changing their theme every other week, bro. It was that one weird random song that they had a couple weeks ago. Then last week they just had Jay Uso's theme saying it's just us Us day 1-ish, but now they actually have like a full-blown song which is the same beat as Jay's song, but you know, it's you and me Us day 1-ish, and there's a lot of extra lyrics in there, so that's nice, I guess. You know, let's give them that, I guess. We'll see what song they have in tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, freaking Monday. And then obviously we got Speed and the Division coming up. Well, LA Knight, he comes out on a big truck. These entrances were, you know, they were more grand than their usual entrances, but you know, nothing too out of the world, like, you know, like Triple H, freaking John Cena. Those were just like mainly the main events. At least now almost everyone has like a special type of entrance, so that's cool. So the Vision comes out with Speed. They have this little freaking huge banner with the Vision's logo on it. All three of them come out. Speed looks freaking, you know, I forget that he's like, you know, extremely athletic, and he's built, bro. He's jacked, bro. He got muscles on him, brother. It's not like slim muscles. Like, he actually has some muscle on him, bro. So he looks really good, bro. Like really freaking good, bro. What do I have to say about this match? This is one of the shorter matches, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, and like, I've seen a lot of people online talking crap about it. It's like, it should have been better. Like, were you guys expecting a 5-star match out of these 6 men? Yeah, Logan Paul is great. Theory is great in selling. LA Knight is fun to watch wrestling. The Usos are fun together as well. And I don't know, I felt like this match was fun. I felt like it was a perfect start. Not too long, not too short. It was fun. The ending sequence was fun as well. Speed got some pretty fun offense in terms of first match. Like, he's really shown his athletic prowess compared to all of the other celebrities. You know, like, he was freaking moving, he was doing flips, he was, you know, he was doing his thing. He did a freaking Hurricane on Jimmy, bro. That was freaking sick. LA Knight picks up the pin. He pins, who does he pin? Theory? He pins Theory, right? Yeah, he pins Theory. Editing that last video while I was watching night 1. Night 2 is gonna be a lot more perfect. Ending sequence. So we got Speed. You know, Speed is still cursed, so a lot of bad things continue to happen with him. He pushes LA Knight. LA Knight bumps into Logan Paul. Logan Paul falls to the floor. Theory's like, bro, what the frick are you doing, dude? It's like, Theory, calm the freak down, bro. You can obviously see that was freaking by accident, but I guess you're a little freaking stupid and didn't freaking notice it. And that little distraction there freaking just basically made them lose the match. Theory gets pinned. He gets the freaking BFT 1, 2, 3, and that's it. The Usos and LA Knight win. Then at the end of the match, we got Logan Paul coming up to Speed. He's like, bro, what the freak, bro? Why'd you do that to me? And then freaking fuckada, bro. He freaking punches him in the face. Speed, wonderful selling. He sells extremely well, bro. He looks like he actually gets really hurt, like really badly. Like, I'm sure he's hurt, but like, it looks like he's freaking dead or dying. After seeing that, freaking Logan Paul drags him out the ring, sets him on the table, and then he's gonna hit him with a frog splash. And then here comes LA Knight and the Usos with the save, bro. Super kick this, super kick that, bro. And then LA Knight grabs Speed, is like, bro, it's time to freaking do your thing. They put Logan Paul on the table outside, and they told Speed, bro, get your ass up there, bro, hit that frog splash on him, and we're good, bro. And that's what Speed does, bro. Speed freaking commits to it, bro, and it's crazy, bro. Just because of that, Santi should oil up, which, by the way, does it count? I don't know. So that whole thing there with Speed was fun. I enjoyed it. Let's give it a rating. I give the 6-man tag solid 6 out of 10. You know, it was above mid. Like, mid to me is 5, and then above that is above mid. So I had fun. We all had fun. If you're crying about it, stop being a freaking bro. Like, bro, like, what the freak? You're being stupid, dude. Next, bro, the unsanctioned match. Jacob fought versus Drew McIntyre. You screwed me. Did he get screwed here too, bro? I don't freaking know. I don't think so. I think it was a solid match. This match should have had blood in it, but it did not, and that hurts my soul. But for the most part, it was a fun match. Obviously, they both had special entrances. Theirs was more tame, but I would say it was pretty cool. We got Jacob Fatu with his Samoan people doing their freaking stuff there, his culture, and then obviously he's dressed in camo. But then we got freaking Drew McIntyre coming out with his usual freaking big ass claymore, dude. Freaking break down the door, dude, and he comes through and just walks, bro. Freaking straight aura, straight sexiness, bro. I just want to freaking eat off of his biceps, bro. Like, that's all that's all I want to do, like, for real, dude. But yeah, dude, we got Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre freaking killing it, dude, doing their thing, bro. Freaking, we got Drew McIntyre doing his yearly tradition ever since WrestleMania 40, dude, posting on social media. He posted a video. He should keep this up every single year, dude. Forget, dude, just always make a post in the middle of your match, bro, but hopefully you win by doing that, because you've basically lost all of them. Well, except for WrestleMania 40, you actually won that match. Wait, well, who did he face last year? Did he lose that match too? I don't freaking remember. I'm not the man of information. You guys follow me for how dumb I am and just how dumbed down I talk about these shows, dude. That's it for the most part, dude. But yeah, bro, those table spots here, table spots there, bro. They were having. It was a solid match, but I just feel like it was more of a just regular no DQ, you know. Freaking, we got the PTSD Drew with the freaking red box, bro, that freaking busted him open 2 years ago at freaking Bad Blood, bro. That was freaking, I was like, damn, bro, you gotta be careful with that, bro. He gets hit by it, but no blood, not even close to it. You know, if there was a match that needed blood, it was definitely this one. But it is what it is. Regardless, I enjoyed it. It was fun. Jacob wins. It's huge for him, bro. He picks up a win over a former world champion on the biggest stage on his freaking debut at WrestleMania, bro. That's freaking sick, dude. I'm freaking happy for him. I'm proud of him, and we'll see where this goes. Hopefully that this pushes him to a world championship match. That'd be cool. I would love to see him at Backlash as well, dude. So we'll see where this goes, unless this continues on with Drew. It shouldn't. Drew should not be feuding with people every 6 months for 6 months, because that's not fun. That's cringe. So next we got the women's fatal 4-way tag team match. Not know where to put those in order. Anyways, dude, we got obviously Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair. You know, they both came out in bows. I would say all of their entrances were pretty tame. It was just what they were wearing that really switched things up, except for the Bella Twins, but there was a little surprise there. So anyways, obviously we got Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Lyra Valkyria, and Bayley, and then we have the champions, the Irresistible Forces. As soon as I saw that the Irresistible Forces, the champions, came out third, 1, I knew they were going to lose, and 2, I knew that Nikki Bella was going to be out and that they're going to come in with a surprise, which I mentioned in my last video. When the Bella Twins came out, Nikki said that she was not cleared to wrestle, and she had to call in an old friend, and here comes Paige. Paige looks great. She looks ring ready, and she was ring ready, I'll tell you that. Yeah, Paige looks great, dude. She has her theme. Don't ask me which theme that it was, because don't forget, I started watching wrestling in 2024, or I came back to wrestling in 2024. I have followed her through the years, followed her in certain ways. Yes, certain ways. Let's not elaborate in that. I think that's where I became a fan, low key. So this match was pretty pretty chaotic, but obviously it was a fatal 4-way. You know, there's no disqualification, so anything goes, which Nikki took advantage of that at the end of the match, pulling out Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte Flair gets hit by the crutches, bro, and then boom, bro. Alexa Bliss hits her Twisted Bliss, right? That's what it's called, right? Boom. Paige got her knees up, bang. And she hits her with her freaking finisher. Don't know the name, don't forget. I don't know much about her in terms of wrestling. I know her more about other stuff. 1, 2, 3, and Paige takes the win, bro. She gets very emotional. Obviously, they're freaking re-debut, bro, and you get a freaking championship. You've had career-ending injuries, and you're still able to come back, bro. She still has a lot of life in her left, bro. As long as her body can handle it, bro, she can still wrestle for another 10, 15 years, dude. She's not that much older than me, bro. She's like, what, 32, 33? It's crazy, bro. She still has a lot of life, bro. She's so good, bro. She's so good. This match was fun for the most part. One of the matches I did not pay attention too much into it, but it's, you know, you have to blame it more on how the feud was built up. And I was also editing. Doing my best, guys. I'm doing my best. The match actually being fairly smooth. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 as well. Same as Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. Yeah, I'll put Drew and Jacob a little bit higher. And yeah, dude, welcome back Paige, bro. Sheesh. And next, we got the 4th match in this PLE, bro. We are only an hour and 30 minutes in, bro, and they're freaking on the freaking 4th match already, bro. They were speeding through a lot of these matches. I feel like a lot of these matches could have had more time, or could have had one more match. Low-key. Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Intercontinental Championship match. This match was fun. It was a good match. AJ was solid, and hopefully she continues to be as solid as she is looking right now, dude. By the way, bro, Paige, the Bella Twins, and AJ Lee. What year is it, bro? It's in 2026, bro. That's freaking huge, dude. I'm happy for every single one of them. You know, that they get to be a part of the best years for women's wrestling. You know, you may hate WWE and how things are being moved around nowadays, but don't forget how much women's wrestling has changed and how big it is now and how important it is to a lot of us. Maybe the women's could have been the main event easily, dude, this year. Last year as well, low-key. Obviously, we got Jessica Carr as the ref. You know, freaking, she's the one that's been apparently ruining Becky Lynch for like the last many matches that she's been a part of. The reasons why she's lost the IC belt many times, dude. Becky Lynch won, bro, but obviously because of shenanigans. You know, you gotta make AJ Lee look strong, especially after, you know, she beat Becky Lynch many times already, dude. But I'm glad that Becky won. You know, it's another freaking predictions done in my book. Did I get the last one right? I got the last one right too, because I said the Bella Twins were gonna win. Hey, it still counts because they freaking won, even though it was Paige who's the part of it too, but Nikki Bella was also a huge part of it. So come on, guys. We're freaking, what, 3-1 now, dude? The ending segment, you know, the ending, like, shenanigans that was happening, dude, was freaking crazy, bro. It all involves a freaking turnbuckle. Turnbuckle was freaking exposed earlier, then Jessica fixed it. And then it was unexposed again at some point when AJ Lee was going to come through. And Jessica Carr was close enough where freaking Becky Lynch grabbed her, moved her in front of her, bro. And then, walk on, bro, AJ Lee gets collided with Jessica Carr. And since Carr was recovering, she wasn't looking away. Wakata, bro, she slammed AJ Lee's head on the freaking, on the exposed turnbuckle, hit the freaking her freaking rock bottom move, her freaking the man slam, bro. Slam me. I don't freaking know. That freaking one move that she freaking does, bro. Freaking go ahead, bro. Call me a fake wrestling fan. I don't freaking care, bro. I watch this John freaking religiously, bro. Just because I don't know freaking moves, you can go shove this up your butt. Yeah, bro. My freaking pinky finger, dog. Freak out of here. 1, 2, 3. Becky Lynch is our new Intercontinental Championship. I agree with this decision. If you don't like me for that, I don't care, bro. Subscribe. Just for that, subscribe, bro, and then tell me how much you love me down in the comments. This match was fine. 7 out of 10. That's what I'm giving. Then we move on to the match of the night. The should have been main event, bro. Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Oh my Anta, bro. What a match. Solid performance for both of these, bro. Freaking immaculate. Great, dude. Another predictions. Good on my books. Bro, I'm actually cooking low-key, bro. 4-1 right now, dude. Get on my freaking level. It was a lot of back and forth finishers, back and forth, bro. Freaking submission holds back and forth, dude. Seth Rollins was freaking cooking, bro, moving like he freaking was 2015, 2016 Rollins, bro. 2017 Rollins. When was his peak, bro? I don't freaking know, dude. And Gunther, bro, by the way, who looks significantly leaner, dude. He's looking freaking pretty good, bro. You know, he's showing more loose skin because obviously he was a big boy, and I know about that because I got a little bit loose skin as well because I was a big boy as well, dude. Gunther's looking freaking pretty beefy, bro. He getting ready for Brock Lesnar, bro. He gotta look freaking even crazier soon, bro. He gotta take a little bit of freaking the testosterone, bro. You know, a little bit of freaking, a little bit of, you know, a little bit of the juice in there, bro. You gotta beef up a little bit. No, bro, he's looking good. He's looking really good. But this match had a little bit of surprise in here, bro. Woo-wee, bro. I was feeling it in my freaking testicles, bro. I freaking knew it, bro. I was like, hey, Braun Breaker is gonna come through, bro. He's gonna freaking give his whole PP to Seth Rollins, bro, and then Gunther's gonna take advantage of that, bro, and then he's gonna freaking make Seth Rollins pass out. And that's exactly what freaking happened, dude. Freaking Seth Rollins looked like he was gonna win, bro. He freaking hit Gunther with a pedigree outside on a table, dude. Ref was not counting. Brother was taking the sweet time counting, but it's fine. Seth Rollins walks away, bro. You know, it's freaking feeling himself, bro. And then freaking here comes freaking bum ass freaking Braun Breaker speeding through, freaking running at 200 miles per hour, bro. He needs to calm down because his spears are looking a little sloppy. But who freaking cares if his spears don't look freaking perfect, bro? That's scary, bro. You would be scared. I would go straight to the floor and not move for like freaking 15 days if I see some freaking homeboy freaking run at me and freaking barely touch me like that. If you guys say otherwise, go ahead, bro. Y'all are stupid, bro. Freak out of here, dude. Freaking match was solid. My prediction was on point because I'm the freaking GOAT. This match is a 10 out of 10 for me, bro. I freaking love everything about it. Braun Breaker is back. I hope to see Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins at Backlash. Freaking make that match happen at Backlash because I'm going and I need my money's worth. Stay tuned for a freaking Backlash vlog. I just noticed I stopped talking about everyone's entrances. That is because I don't really care. Unless it's something freaking huge, right? No, bro. Whatever, dude. We got the GOAT, Stephanie Vaquel versus Liv Morgan, dude, for the WWE Women's World Championship, bro. This match was a disappointment. Oh my gosh, dude. It wasn't the worst. I would say it was the worst Stephanie Vaquel match that she's had in general since being a part of WWE. Same thing with Liv Morgan, or at least that I've seen from Liv Morgan. You know, obviously I started watching 2024. I'm gonna keep on repeating that so you guys don't write in the comments like, actually Liv Morgan in this year, in this exact show, like in this exact episode, in this exact second was actually really bad. It was a terrible match. Like, bro, just freaking shut up. Stephanie looking great as always, bro. Love her. She's awesome. She freaking lost the belt. Bro, like, my predictions, right? I said that Stephanie Vaquer was going to win, but I knew deep down that Liv Morgan was going to take this win, bro. Because bum-ass Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez comes through with multiple distractions, bro, and freaking Stephanie Vaquer loses. This match was extremely short. All the matches were extremely short. It wasn't really a freaking solid, like, long match, except for the main event, obviously. The Gunther and Seth Rollins was a pretty solid long match as well. That one freaking needed that long match. But this match was extremely short, I was wanting more. Like, it was like cooking for a bit. I was like, okay, yeah, dude. And then I was like, oh, that's it? No mas? You guys are not gonna keep going? Like, you're done. Oh, okay. That's fine with me. All right. Okay. So, you don't gotta tell me twice, I guess. I'm still hungry. Hey, but we got the devil's kiss, bro. On WrestleMania stage, baby. 5 out of 10 on this match. I feel bad, but it is what it is. My predictions is down like 4 freaking 2, dude. I am happy for Liv Morgan though. She does deserve that world championship, bro. She's freaking great. We'll see where this goes. You know, there was a little bump there between her and Raquel, and we know how WWE superstars get extremely mad over, like, literally not my fault, you freaking seen it, don't be stupid type of freaking movements. So that's that. I want to talk about John Cena real quick, bro. It was nice seeing John Cena, bro. His full head of hair, bro. He looks so cute, bro. In his freaking little suit, bro. Yes, you know, he did tell us that he was going to obviously show up whenever he has to show up. And he's going to show up in the freaking suit because he's retired from in-ring competition, bro. And he's so cute, bro. Freaking look at him, bro. Look at our boy, bro. You know, he said a solid promo. You know, it really hyped me up. Like, he was like very like blunt. Like, he didn't say like this was the greatest built up WrestleMania. Like, you know, he basically said like there was some controversies on this build up, but we here and we're gonna freaking run through with it, dude. You know, no matter what. So I was like, yeah, bro, sick. John Cena is always saying the right things at the right time. That's good. Anyways, when he came out again to announce the attendance, which I was pretty surprised they actually said like an actual number, nothing ridiculous, you know. It was way less than last year. Last year was like over 60K, and this year it was like exactly 50,000 on the freaking money. Maybe it's slightly inflated, maybe it's 48,000, 49,000, but Bianca Belair comes out. I'm like, yeah, bro, sick, bro. She's gonna come through. I hope she comes out tomorrow to freaking face Jade Cargill, dude. I was like, let's freaking go, dude. She comes out, freaking, she looks great. I'm like, yes, bro, she looks good. Her finger looks pretty good. I was like, yes, bro, let's freaking go, dude. And then she said, John, you're gonna have to add one more number to that attendance. I was like, no freaking shot, bro. Who she bringing back? And then she has a child coming, bro. That's so awesome, dude. God bless her and Montez Ford. I'm so happy for them, dude. We're obviously not gonna see Bianca Belair for a hot minute, which is cool. Hopefully they bring back Montez Ford. I do miss Montez Ford, bro. Him and freaking Angelo Dawkins is a freaking great tag team, but I'm so happy for the both of them. Have a child coming, dude. You know, they got her child and Naomi's child, bro. They're gonna grow up together. That's super cute. I love that. Boom, bro. We saw like a solid hour left. I was like, damn, bro, how long are we gonna make this main event, bro? Freaking, they spent freaking like 30 freaking minutes on freaking entrances alone, bro. Pat McAfee, at least his entrances was fine. His entrance was fine. I was just putting up the middle finger, thinking he's freaking Stone Cold Steve Austin. He looks freaking retarded with those sunglasses on. And he had his entrance. Then we got Randy freaking walking freaking 1 mile per hour, bro. Took his sweet ass time to get into the ring, but I was jamming out to the song, bro. I hear voices in my ass. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me, bro. Then we got freaking Cody Rhodes with a equally as long freaking entrance, but his was like super grandeur. You know what I mean, bro? Freaking showing off like the history of Rhodes. His freaking basic look when he started off in 09. And then freaking he got Stardust in there, freaking dashing Cody Rhodes, undashing Cody Rhodes. That was cool. I like that. It was giving like superhero vibes, you know, like showing off like his superhero suits throughout the years and stuff like that. And he comes out in freaking all gold, freaking looking freaking dripped out, bro. Dripped out from all that money he's getting from TKO, bro. Yeah, I know you actually put a TKO, Cody. Get the freak out of here, dude. But Cody comes out. They have their little match there, dude. Freaking Pat McAfee. Actually, no, before the match gets started, Pat McAfee comes in, bro, and freaking hits Cody Rhodes with the freaking mic. Bang, bro. And then they start beating on him. Bang. Bro, freaking take him out the freaking ring, bro. They just start fighting, bro. And then, obviously, the match finally gets started. So Pat can't do anything after that. But, you know, he's still there to freaking cause shenanigans and stuff like that. Cody gets a chance to get his hands on Pat a little bit, bro. Freaking Then we got Jelly Roll coming through, bro. I was like, ooh, hey. Jelly Roll came for the freaking save. He freaking saved this main event a little bit, even though this main event, mixed mixed emotions with this one here, guys. Okay, mixed emotion. I'm sure it's mixed emotion for many people, but freaking we got freaking Jelly Roll going from one table to the other, hitting Pat McAfee with a freaking elbow. But yeah, dude, Pat McAfee gets taken out for commission, bro. Jelly Roll saves his main event, and Jelly Roll leaves. He's like, that's it, bro. That's all I came here for. And that's how this should have been. And I'm so happy that this happened. So we got Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes fighting. For the most part, I was slightly bored with the match. You know, then, you know, there was some color happening, bro. And then there was some, you know, some 1, 2, 2.8, 2.9, 91, 2.999999999, bro. I was like, bro, kick out like properly, because you guys are freaking about to give me a little heart attack, dude. I had a great time. I had an okay time. Let's be more realistic, guys. So there's color on both sides, bro. They both bleeding, bro. This was the match. This match needed color as well. You know, I'll say that. The unsanctioned match. The unsanctioned match was the one that should have had freaking color, way more color. Freaking Cody was freaking bleeding, bro. The freaking dude, like the blonde bleach hair, dude. with like blood is like, bro, giving a Ric Flair vibes, bro. He was looking freaking sick. But anyways, obviously there's shenanigans at the end, dude. I was waiting for someone huge to freaking come out, dude, and it freaking comes freaking bum ass Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee in a freaking neck brace. Get the freak out of here with your freaking bum ass ref shirt, bro. That was actually freaking hilarious. Freaking Charles Robinson gets freaking he takes a bump like he always does. GOAT as always, bro. He comes Pat McAfee in his ref uniform with a really slow count, you know, a count where it's like Randy could have won that. He went 1, 2, and then kick out, bro. I was like, Pat McAfee, why you counting so long? And Randy didn't like that either, because he gave Pat McAfee a freaking RKO, Fwakada, bro. And then here comes Cody Rhodes with a freaking crossroads, Fwakada. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes freaking retains, dude. That freaking shocked me. I was like, what? All right, I guess, dude. I'm cool with it. Like, I don't mind Cody Rhodes at all, bro. Everyone's like, oh, he shoved down our throats, bro. I forgot to shove something else down your freaking throats because y'all freaking complain too much. Wham. Yes, Randy being the freaking belt holder, that would have been great, but Pat McAfee would have been a freaking part of it, dude. Whatever, dude. Freaking whatever, bro. Anyways, bro, he's gonna win the belt at Backlash, bro. Freak y'all, dude. At the end of the match, Cody gets punted, bro. I was like, hey, yo, bro. So that means Cody's out of commission for 6 months. So that means the belt has to be vacated, and yeah, bro, we got a freaking little tournament going on for a couple weeks, and then Randy Orton's gonna become the belt holder, bro. That's it, bro. That's it. I called it, bro. I know the script. Triple H is the one that's getting ideas from me. So if you guys don't like the product, oh man, I give this match like a 7 out of 10. I didn't hate it. Night 1 it was good. It was, you know, a slightly above average. I thoroughly enjoyed the show. I had fun. If you guys were freaking crying about everything, that's freaking y'all, bro. I had a good time, and if I had a good time, that means it was a good show. If you guys don't think so, you guys are just dumb. You guys have to get an autism freaking test done. Freaking maybe you just need a freaking, I don't know, you probably have to get on the short bus a little bit or something like that. I don't freaking know, dude. That's y'all, dude. I thoroughly enjoyed the show. I didn't hate it. It is what it is. We'll see how night 2 is tomorrow night, or tonight now, because it's freaking past midnight. I'm gonna be editing this like crazy tomorrow before I go to church, bro, and I gotta wake up mad early so I can do that. I'm excited for night 2. We'll see how that goes. There's solid matches there. I'm worried about Obafemi and freaking Brock Lesnar, but we'll see how that freaking goes. If you guys like this video, please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about WrestleMania so far, or in general, because obviously by the time you'll watch this, maybe night 2 is already done, or almost done, or it's already happening, and obviously you're going to prefer to watch night 2 over freaking watch me, and then you're going to watch this video and then watch freaking night 2 as well, and you're going to have fun. That's it, bro. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. That doesn't freaking make sense. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Love you all, and God bless.